Hi Collective, welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your general energy chakra tune-in message for this beautiful full moon on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius. I hope that this live finds you in the highest vibration possible, and I thank you guys so much for all the love you do show here on my channel. If you're new here, please make sure you read through the description box below. It's going to have everything you need to know about my channel here, how to connect with me here on YouTube through my memberships, or outside of YouTube on my social media on Instagram, or through my website for personal readings if you're ever interested, as well as other resources for you to learn more about yourself through your natal chart, okay? That's super, super important when watching my readings. So if you aren't aware of your natal chart, the links are below for you to find out more information, okay? Happy full moon to you guys. I hope that this full moon energy is treating you well this far. It's definitely been giving me a run for my money. Been spending a lot of my day trying to ground, which is why this video was a little late, okay? But thank you guys for, again, tuning in whenever you do find this. I truly, truly appreciate y'all, all right? We are going to get into your moment of gratitude. Do whatever gratitude or grounding practice feels best and right for you in this moment, Collective. I'm going to do the same, and then we'll get into this energy. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, my ascended ancestors, and all holy angels, I thank you so much for being here with me and with the collective energy here on YouTube for this beautiful full moon energy on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius. I thank you so much for connecting all who will watch this reading together in this moment. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on here? Okay. Thank you for connecting us all in this moment, and thank you for clearing my energy and allowing me to channel the most important messages that this collective needs to hear regarding this full moon. Whatever is most important for this collective to be aware of, where their energy centers need a little bit of balancing, healing, expansion, or attention. We do ask that all of that information come forward through this reading. And I thank you so much, Divine, for your grace, your love, your guidance, your protection, your mercy, the peace that you bring, and your presence with us in this moment. We love you, and so it is. All right, for anyone who might be new here, right away you got birds of a feather, okay? For anyone who might be new here, we will talk about chakras in this reading. If you're new to chakras, there is a quick guide. Very, very basic information. I do suggest that you look into the energies that come out here for this reading, but there is a quick guide at the bottom of my description box. And I'll only talk about the main 7 here that align along the human spine, but we connect to and have over 100 different chakra zones and energy centers. Okay, but this birds of a feather, it's a vibration of 25 breaking down into a 7, and I believe this is love energy, okay? In this particular deck, which is also heart chakra energy. Okay, your heart chakra is your central chakra out of the main 7, okay? It supports your higher chakras and sits atop your lower ones, okay? You also have shining through, okay? Throat chakra energy. Birds of a feather and shining through. Tell me more about this full moon energy for this collective. And then you have broken open, okay? I was hoping for some different cards, or at least some new ones, because I don't feel like I've even seen all of the cards here in this deck for these readings, but we work with the energy that comes forward, okay? For my number people, we do have the vibration of 25, again, breaking down into a 7. We have the vibration of 28 here. Okay, which breaks down into an 11, which is a master number. All right, and then you have 30, which is a 3 when you break it down. Okay, so 3, 7, and 11 might be important numbers here for you. You might start seeing those numbers as synchronicities, or maybe already have been. Okay, but that broken open energy, again, it's the center into the heart. It feels like this full moon is getting a lot of the collective to make sense of their environment. Really maybe even see a little bit with that Scorpio energy tethered into the full moon behind the veil regarding those around them, like birds of a feather. Yeah. It's that idea of who you surround yourself with is who you ultimately become, or speaks and reflects back onto you. Okay. Yeah, some of you might want to put an end to a particular environment that you're a part of, or might have outgrown an environment or a situation or a group of people, friendships, relationships. Take it how it resonates, okay? Because it feels like, again, this is like Ace of Cups energy. The heart space is wide open now, okay? And someone's able to articulate what they see and what they sense and what they feel around them very, very clearly. It's like no more mistaking the energy that you feel collective. Under this full moon with the Scorpio and Sag energies, there is no room for facades. The truth is there, and the truth is what you're seeing. The truth is what you're feeling and sensing, so long as you are balanced in your energy. Yeah. Speaking of balance, justice. So long as you're balanced in your energy, you're going to be able to sense, feel, and speak to the truth of a particular situation. For some of y'all, this is like a single environment, maybe like a work environment. Maybe this is a home environment or a social network that you're a part of that you just feel like you've outgrown in some way. Okay. It's almost like birds. At one point you resonated with this environment, with these people, with the situation. Okay. But now that you've been broken open, or this full moon is breaking you open, it's the truth is shining through out of it. It's, again, I think for a lot of you, this was a situation or people or whatever the case may be. You fill in the blank. Remember, this is general, okay? That you once resonated with, birds of a feather. But now that your heart space is broken open, it's like a new you shining through. It's a sense of truth that's now able to kind of settle into your heart. It's no longer doubted. It's no longer confusing, right, or muddy. It's like some of you are gaining a lot of clarity under this full moon around who you want to surround yourself with, who you maybe better identify with, or what your truth is, or a truth about your environment. Okay, so this is layered. Take it how it resonates for you in your situation. You always know yourself better than any reader here on YouTube, okay? But let's look into this. Tell me more. So we got the heart chakra and we have the throat chakra. That's super, super important here. Tell me more about birds of a feather for this collective. Tell me more about birds of a feather. Okay, you got Knights of Swords. Okay. There could be a lot of drama that surrounds this friend group or family dynamic or work situation with the Knight of Swords. Tell me more. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords and birds of a feather. Right, like I feel like at one point you resonated with this. Four of Wands. For a lot of you, this could be relationships, contracts that you've committed yourself to or signed up for. Four of Wands does not have to be romantic, okay? Four of Wands could definitely be like a business contract or a work relationship that you have. It's like at one point, the chaos in a particular situation, for some of you, this really is about career or work, okay? It's like you were attracted to the chaos in some way. It either spoke to the wounds that you hadn't healed yet, okay? The truths that you hadn't discovered within yourself, okay? Or maybe it was a familiar type of chaos. So maybe you grew up in a very chaotic environment, and this environment that you're now a part of or was a part of, because I feel like this is, for some of you, you're walking away from this, it mirrored what you were very much so used to, okay? Some level of dysfunction that you were very, very used to, okay? But again, broken open and shining through, it's like there's a new vibration emerging out of you if you can really pay attention to that illustration, right? So not only the heart chakra, but also in your third eye and or your crown. Yeah, it's more crown chakra energy. Some of you maybe want to work through your crown or work on balancing out your crown chakra. I do have a curated chakra healing playlist that's linked in my description box for those of you that might be new, okay? Check out what's there. If none of those energies or frequencies resonate well with you, there are thousands and thousands here on YouTube that you can research yourself, okay? Tell me more about this Knight of Swords and Four of Wands for birds of a feather. Yeah, you got Temperance. There's that Sagittarius energy. Now it's time for change. You also have the Five of Cups. Yeah, because it's something's like not fun anymore, and or it's really depleting emotionally. Yeah, and you got the Star. Love that. Love that. That's that shining through energy with Temperance and the Star. It's time for you, collective, to emerge out of this again. Whatever this environment was, or whatever this situation was, or whatever these relationships were, it spoke to a broken you. Broken open, right? It spoke to the broken parts of yourself. That's why it was either very attractive at one point, or it felt like home at one point, right? Or it was something that you were willing to tolerate. Temperance. You felt like you could either balance out the situation. Again, for some of you, this is like work. Like, oh, this is very chaotic, but I know that I can get in there and make everything okay, or fix everything, right? Some of you might be fixers in that way, or have the habit of fixing things in situations and people because that's how you were trained or conditioned to be. For some of y'all with that Five of Cups, it's like, but I think, yeah, I think at the end of the day, what you're coming into the truth of and what is shining through is that it's actually very depleting, and it mirrors the past and is not a reflection of your future. Okay? Tell me more about Five of Cups energy and the Star. Yeah, something's definitely changing here with Temperance. Woo, yeah, talk about extra change. There's Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune. So now you got two Sag energies, Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune. They're together. So the winds are changing. Divine timing is here, okay? Some of you, this is just speaking to a cycle that you're evolving out of, right? This could really be like a Saturn cycle, a Jupiter cycle, with the Wheel of Fortune being here. Okay, some cycle, according to your natal chart, is coming to an end for you. You're coming out of this phase of the Five of Cups and the Knight of Swords and moving into this Star, Temperance, and Wheel of Fortune energy. Tell me more. Overall message here for birds of a feather. Something about that environment or these situations or these people, not that they didn't allow you to shine, but there was something that was hindering you in a way. It's like something was either distracting you from truly being your authentic self, or wasn't very conducive to you really growing and thriving. It's like it had you stuck on the past, or stuck feeding into cycles that really no longer served you. Okay? Yeah, and then look at that, Page of Cups, new emotional possibilities. Seeking something new. It's like you have a new sense. Some of you are like tapping into your heart chakra. I'm not going to say for the first time, but maybe for the first time in a long time. Okay, maybe there was some disappointments or some pain that you experienced, or some form of trauma that you maybe went through that kind of closed you off a little bit. And now it's like, here comes Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Star to break you open again. So again, that's what I'm saying. It's like you resonated with this situation, this birds of a feather, this environment, these relationships for a reason and a purpose. It's just the timing or the contract is up almost on that. And I feel like that's what this full moon is ushering in. It's seeking something outside of what you're used to. Page of Cups. Okay? Tell me more about this broken open energy in the heart chakra. Queen of Cups. Now you're able to recognize how you weren't necessarily taking care of yourself here. Too busy feeding old wounds, right? And that phrase, that wounding, is just like, it's loud, okay? It's very loud in this energy. With that Five of Cups and the Knight of Swords, it's almost like someone was very, very much so used to chaotic or drama-filled situations, almost as if there wasn't any drama, it was like not as appealing, okay? And there's no judgment here, okay? We all go through that cycle. We all have to heal through it, okay? And it feels like this collective I'm tapped into, this is the beginning of your healing through that energy. Tell me more about the Queen of Cups and Broken Open. Okay? Yeah, you got the Four of Cups, a lot of water energy. There's that Scorpio vibe, right? And the Six of Cups. Seeking new possibilities. With that Four of Cups, it's like some of you are becoming aware. Oh, I just heard painfully aware. Okay, so this could be a little difficult to accept within your energy or come into the awareness of. Yes, some of you are realizing that you really haven't experienced emotional balance in a very long time. That you've been maybe stuck in a cycle with this Five of Cups energy. And again, Temperance in the Wheel of Fortune says there's a huge change here, a huge shift. Tell me more about this shifting in this Broken Open in the heart chakra. What's going on in the collective heart chakra? Yeah, Ten of Wands. Been carrying a lot. Queen of Cups, Ten of Wands would say, let it go. Let down the burdens. Again, what's breaking you open, all this water energy, there's a lot of emotional breakthroughs that you might experience, okay? Over the next few days, maybe even until the next full moon here, okay? Whenever you do watch this, there was an emotional weight that some of you were really carrying and feeding through toxic work environments, toxic relationships. It's like someone's becoming very, very hyper aware of that cycle, okay? Tell me more about this Broken Open and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you got the Fool, new beginnings. Ready for something new, ready for something different. Maybe some of you even feel a little foolish for what you allowed others to put on your plate or allowed others to like place on you, or what you absorb from others. Try not to be too hard on yourself. Again, like I say, we all do it to a certain extent, to different degrees and levels. We all do it. It's so human, okay? Very, very human to do. So try not to beat yourself up for being foolish about it or careless with your energy in some way with that Fool. Ten of Wands would also say that there's a need to set healthy emotional boundaries, especially for those of you that might be dealing with a family situation or a romantic situation, okay, or friends, regardless. It's like there's a need to really set healthy emotional boundaries and stand in them, stand by them. That you don't have to repeat those cycles, right? You can feel something different. You can protect your energy in a particular way, okay? That doesn't necessarily... How could I say that? Because for some of you, this is family, and I can totally understand how that would be very difficult, right? It's like you don't have to absorb what other people feel. Like you setting your boundary, however that boundary makes that person feel, that's not for you to carry. But it feels like that's what this collective has been doing, and it almost feels as if this full moon energy is breaking you free from that. Okay? So where there might have been relationships, people that surrounded you, or things that you were connected to or committed to that had a hold on your emotional energy. Meaning the words that they say, Knight of Swords. They could say something that would upset you, say something or do something or act in a certain way that would get you all kind of tied up in your emotions. It's like that cycle or that access that these people or these birds of a feather have to you, collective, is what's changing. So that you can get into balance. Six of Cups, okay? For some of you, it's like realizing that there's more outside of a particular situation that's meant for you. Okay? Tell me more about this Ten of Wands and the Fool. with Broken Open. Yes. Thank you, Divine, with that Four of Swords. So happy to see it. That's what I mean. It's like the tender spots, the things that could trigger you before, no longer trigger you anymore. That Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune, it's always remaining in balance, doing what you need to do to have your balance. So if someone is attempting, Knight of Swords, right, to put you in this Five of Cups energy or reopen a wound or trigger you in a particular way, it's now being able to say, okay, no, set a boundary. That's not mine to feel any way about. You see what I'm saying? It's just having it's having a better sense of what being emotionally healthy actually is and how freeing it really can be. Okay, some of you haven't had that emotional freedom in a long time, and again, this full moon in Scorpio and Sagittarius is breaking you open here in order to experience that with the Fool for the first time, a new beginning. Okay? Last message here for Broken Open. Yeah, Chariot, you're moving forward. This was a part of your destined path. Okay? Going through this cycle of that disappointment emotionally, or really feeling that. Some of you, it's like realizing how the people that are closest to you maybe, and you know, are not to trigger anyone, but might have neglected you in some way, might not have been able to really show up and participate with what they committed to, right? So for some of you, that could be like parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, whatever the case may be, okay? For some of you, this is a deep family thing that's coming up for you or healing right now. But with the Chariot, it's saying this was a part of your destined path. So you were meant to feel the depth of that Five of Cups energy, right? The depth of it. Some of you went all the way deep into that Five of Cups. Felt it whole, felt it complete. Okay? And now are ready to be in that star energy, release it and let it go. Right? And have detachment from it. So it no longer rules your actions. It no longer rules your thoughts. It no longer is a point of attraction in some way, right? Just because it's what you've been used to. All right. So Chariot, you're moving on, you're moving forward, you're elevating, you're advancing this in this heart space energy. And for some of you, whatever journey you are having a new beginning from, right? So hitting that world point, getting into that full energy, that whole past cycle was a part of your destiny and you needed to experience that. Okay. So embrace it as such, I guess, is what I'm rambling on about that. Let's look at shining through. What's going on with this throat chakra energy? Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about the throat chakra. Queen of Pentacles. We love that. Means you're learning your lessons. Yep, you got the Magician. And you have the Seven of Wands. Queen of Pentacles, Magician, and Seven of Wands. This is what I'm trying to say. It's like having those boundaries. So super important. This is exactly where you want to be. I have enough wands. All 7 of these are mine. The moment you get into this 10, 3 of those are someone else's. Right? So it's having to discern and decipher which 3 actually don't belong to you. And that you have to redelegate out or give back to people to carry, because this is where you want to be, in that 7. Okay? Some of you are going to realize just how protected you have been through this past cycle, stepping into the new one. And again, with the Queen of Pentacles, it's telling me you're really learning how to manage your energy, your time, your focus. Understanding that what you focus on manifests. So if you focus on lack, 5 of Cups energy, that's what's going to come. Things that reflect the lack that you're focusing on. If you focus on being abundant, if you focus on having what it is that you desire, If you focus on your highest good, surrender to that, that's what will be reflected, okay? It's really learning in that magician energy your part and your portion of that co-creative process that we call reality, okay? Yeah, seeing it from a different point of view, a new perspective. I love that. Absolutely love that. Tell me more about this hangman energy and shining through in the throat chakra. Wow, that's hot. I'll take what only flipped over. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Come on now, the 10 of Pentacles. And the Emperor. So no longer giving up your power, right, to other people. The Emperor moves in their own energy. Okay, the Emperor does what feels best and right for them. The Emperor takes charge and control of themselves regardless of the environment they're in. That's a healthy Emperor energy. Becoming the leader in your own life. It's again, some of you are really breaking free from some sort of shackle that something had on you, whether this was like a traumatic experience, whether this was just toxic family relationships, romantic relationships, or friendships. Okay, maybe this was even your own relationship with something like shame or something, guilt in some way. I don't know. You tell me, okay? But it's something like that. It's something that was really keeping you stuck in a cycle of lack, of feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like you're missing out on something, feeling like something's never going to happen for you. It's like perspective change. Like I said, with Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune, there's a change happening with this full moon. And it's stepping into that magician energy. No, I have enough. I have everything that I need to create what it is that I want to create. So no longer putting that creative power in the hands of someone else. Okay? Putting it strictly between you and the divine. And with that Emperor energy, having a lot of confidence in what you're able to create, what you're able to manage, what you're able to obtain, conquer, go after, pursue. And for a lot of you, it's this 10 of Pentacles that you want. Stable family life, balanced home life, generational wealth. Seeing the fruits of your labor, being able to see everything that you've worked for benefit those that come after you. So not just having a pentacle bush, it's having a pentacle tree with strong roots. Okay? And again, I think that's also a part of seeing this whole cycle as a part of the process. It was a part of your destined path in this lifetime here. Okay? For you to go through so much disappointment, 5 of Cups, so much pain, that it was forced to break you open. So that a new you could emerge, a new cycle could begin. Okay? And again, it's realizing just how protected, even in the darkest moments, that you truly were collective. And finding gratitude around that, okay? Last message here from the throat chakra to this collective, or from the collective throat chakra. Ah, look at that. Got the Hermit. Right. That's the season. Some of you feeling very alone, very isolated. Dare I even say left behind in some ways, or like you were forgotten. Like I said, the divine didn't forget about you. You had to go through that season of snow to get to the sun, the summer, right? Or the spring where things bloom and things blossom. You had to go through that cold winter. Yeah, it was a part of the plan. And I feel like this full moon is giving a lot of y'all peace around that 4 of Swords. Clarity, like I said. And you'll start to feel that things are really shifting. And again, that shift will always start internally. Inside of you. You'll feel yourself being different in situations that maybe used to get under your skin, or handling things in different ways. That's where that growth starts. And then that is what becomes reflected outside of you, okay? All right, collective. Beautiful energy, beautiful messages. We're just going to go ahead and pull some affirmations for this moon energy. Take them with you whenever you find this, okay? Repeat them to yourself as much as you like. I will be posting these on my Instagram page if you'd like to follow, okay? It's I teach people how to treat me. That's a huge one. That is a huge one. What you tolerate from others will become what they will give you. Don't tolerate more than you can handle, collective. It says, I know my shadow side and I work to willingly transform aspects of it. That's that broken open energy. Okay? Some of you, that was an emotional wound, that whatever that chaos or whatever that conflict with the Knight of Swords almost fed. And again, it was normal. It's no slight to you, no slight to anything. It's just, it's what was your normal. Okay? So really embracing your shadow side. I love that. I accept and create more flow and pleasure in my life. There's that magician energy and the chariot and the 10 of Pentacles and the star and that Queen of Cups and the Fool all wrapped up in one. I accept and create more flow and pleasure in my life. That's taking accountability for your part in it. Right? Life is all about choices, collective. What you choose is always up to you. Okay? So take responsibility for those choices. But have faith that you can do, like, whatever this 10 of Pentacles represents for y'all. This full moon is offering you this Emperor energy to really go after it and pursue it. Make plans with that Queen of Pentacles to make something a reality, the Magician. Okay? Some of you maybe want to make those plans or make those moves silently. Hermit. Okay? And know that whatever that 10 of Pentacles is for you, it's definitely protected. All right? Collective, this has been your full moon on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius energy reading. Whenever you do find this is when it's truly meant for you. I hope that this reading gave you some clarity, some insight, maybe some confirmation around what you were already feeling under this beautiful full moon energy. As always, let me know what resonates with you in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this reading, you enjoyed the cards, or just enjoyed the vibe, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I truly, truly appreciate it. It helps get it out to everyone there in YouTube land, so I appreciate you all for doing that. And make sure you check out my channel memberships, okay? We will be doing our mid-June check-in energy for members only. That will be tomorrow, so if you would like to partake in that energy or get access to that, make sure you sign up for the correct level. I will also be doing extended love readings now as a membership level. If you're interested in that, sign up. All of that is linked below. It's the first link in my description box. If you're watching this on your computer, you can just hit that join button. But if not, no harm, no foul, collective. I will see you all in the next one. Happy full moon.